Young and the Restless early weekly spoilers for March 9th through the 13th suggest Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, is being despicable and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, tempted. Let's dive into what's coming up in Genoa City. On Wednesday, March 4th, Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadei, asks Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, how he's going to turn things around for Phyllis. Kane says Phyllis has a hollow victory because she's lost her kids. Kane thinks Phyllis would stop this if Daniel, Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, and Lucy Romalotti, Lily Brooks O'Brien, were back in her life. Daniel asks for a guarantee on that. Kane says Phyllis is heartbroken and needs their forgiveness. Daniel realizes Kane's doing this because Victor kidnapped Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and kids. Kane admits it and says Phyllis needs more in her life than Newman. Daniel says Kane's wasting his time because his mom doesn't care about them. Daniel says forgiving Phyllis will just allow her to avoid feeling bad about what she's done because she's power-hungry. Kane claims to get Phyllis pain because of his own kids. Kane asks Daniel to at least talk to Phyllis. Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, has been MIA, and Victor, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, and Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinel, talk about it, but then Nick shows up claiming his phone was off while he went to LA to get info on where Matt Clark's Roger Howarth hiding, but says he didn't find anything. Matt's gone off the grid since Victor took everything, Bly and our spoilers. Nick back from La Victoria and Nikki are happy Nick didn't find Matt because they're worried Nick would kill him and wind up arrested. Victor says Matt's got the upper hand as long as they can't find him. Nick asks for an update on Newman, and Victor says Phyllis still has the company. Victoria says Phyllis is firing people very loyal to Newman family. Nick says Kane didn't deliver, so what's the plan? Victor says he has a better plan, and Nikki insists he tell them. Victor won't tell them, but says he should have done this from the start, and it's nothing to do with Lily, Sally Spectra. Courtney Hope is at Billy Abbott's, Jason Thompson, after they slept together, and asks if she's having second thoughts. Lily says she's all in as long as Billy's not lying. He promises he won't. Sally says she's okay with it, and Billy says even if he loses Chancellor, he'd be there for her. Sally gives Billy another chance. He tells Sally he won't let her go. They toast to being a power couple. She tells Billy he heard her when he left Abbotcom. Billy's sorry, and he felt like Sally hated him after he made deal with Kane. Sally says she felt abandoned. Billy owns his mistake. Phyllis shows up to interrupt their makeout session. She tells Billy there's a contract issue with Chancellor transfer. But Phyllis says Sally's company is fine. Billy asks what's up, and if Phyllis is going to do him dirty like she did Kane, in fact, like how Kane did Billy. Phyllis says things are fine. It's just complicated since it's a multinational company. She says Billy's lawyers will thank her for fine-tuning contract and leaves. He tells Sally something's off with Phyllis. Billy calls and leaves Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, a message to call him. Victor texts Billy come to ranch ASAP. Sally thinks Billy should ignore it. He can't because something's up with Phyllis, and Victor might know what it is. Billy says he's gonna go see if he can get some information. Tessa Newman, Sharon Case, tells Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks. She's got her hands full between Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, and Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, and Sharon wants to see Area Porter Copeland, Millie Engel, and wanted to bring Maria along, but she said she's not ready. Tessa says this isn't a good idea for Area. Daniel shows up and Tessa goes outside with him. Daniel tells her about his chat with Kane and asks Tessa's advice. She says if it was her, she'd give Phyllis another chance. Daniel wonders if Tessa would do the same if Maria asks for another chance. Daniel wants to know if he could lose Tessa. She tells Daniel she doesn't know what she'd do. Tessa says Maria's had so many chances already. Tessa says Maria doesn't want her to forgive her, and Tessa's done fighting for them and is moving on. Daniel thinks he broke his mom's heart. Kane tells Phyllis that Daniel's considering it but wants time. Phyllis wonders if Tessa might sway Daniel and says Kane should hurry and see her because Billy's gonna get impatient. Kane vows to make it happen. Young and the restless. Matt reaches out to Nick. Nick catches Sharon up on his trip to find Matt. And Sharon wonders if somehow Matt left the country. Sharon thinks Matt will stay away to avoid arrest. Nick gets a text from Matt saying he's sorry he missed him in LA. Billy asks what Victor wants, and he tells Billy he's going to give back Chancellor by the end of the day. He says Victor's crazy, that won't happen. He tells Billy that they'll never see